It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Vikings and the Saints on Thursday night primetime.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Fields. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Vikings at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA. But sometimes it relieves a little bit of the pressure, and now they can start fresh.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. It's 3rd down. Now you look at the Saints defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And this is a game for grit determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara trying to find a lane, but instead. The line of scrimmage and no more.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And that is incomplete here.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Murphy now to return.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And just shutting him off there. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd down and 6 now.
Now Carr.
ball game. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
They'll run on first down. Boom. To the 36-yard line. Stop there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 51 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Boom. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, a handoff. Nope, it's a reverse. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Slot man moves right. On play action, Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? and they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Carr completes it. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brett, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The tight end in motion right. Now a play fake. Carr. And his throw here is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off play action, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And in that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they got a chance of coming out with the W.
The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Looking for his tight end on the car. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd and 6. To throw his Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. So nothing doing there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Carr going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Carr to throw again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Sly able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. I don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad. Because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
A final shot before the break. Fields escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Wow, and that is incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. It's no secret they have been struggling big time. They've gone 2 months without a win, 8 straight losses. But right now they do have the lead. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Murphy. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. They can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now, with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
3rd and 3. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Fields on 3rd down.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. On second down, Kamara. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 19.
Throwing now is Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Vikings have retaken a third quarter lead.
And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. The busy night continues for Kamara. Bust through the tackle. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Vikings will take over possession here. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
As a linebacker, you're trying to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
125 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Shoves him aside. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He has enough for the first down to keep a gain of 6. Coming left is Kamara. Tackle there by Lewis Seen.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's to the pylon and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Now 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
From the gun, here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. On first down. Boom. Shifts by him.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. Fields going to keep it running right.
A beautiful fake. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Fields.
29 yards.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
If you're going to take a shot downfield second and one, it's a perfect time to do it. If you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
And it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try the left side. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by 11, a minute 56 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Here's Kamara off the draw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Carr. It's complete. Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing his Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Kelly. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They're connecting here with DJ Sharp. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Carr.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them. So
still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Booth. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.